Hello everyone, today I will share an interesting story about the life of Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin was born in Leningrad on October 7, 1952. He grew up with his family in a communal apartment, attending the local grammar and high schools, where he developed an interest in sports. After graduating from Leningrad State University with a law degree in 1975, Putin began his career in the KGB as an intelligence officer. Stationed mainly in East Germany, he held that position until 1990, retiring with the rank of lieutenant colonel. Upon returning to Russia, Putin held an administrative position at the University of Leningrad, and after the fall of communism in 1991, he became an advisor to liberal politician Anatoly Sobchak. When Sobchak was elected mayor of Leningrad later that year, Putin became his head of external relations, and by 1994, Putin had become Sobchak's first deputy mayor. After Sobchak's defeat in 1996, Putin resigned his post and moved to Moscow. There, in 1998, Putin was appointed deputy head of management under Boris Yeltsin's presidential administration. In that position, he was in charge of the Kremlin's relations with the regional governments. Shortly afterward, Putin was appointed head of the Federal Security Service, an arm of the former KGB, as well as head of Yeltsin's Security Council. In August 1999, Yeltsin dismissed his prime minister, Sergei Stepashin, along with his cabinet, and promoted Putin in his place. In December 1999, Boris Yeltsin resigned as president of Russia and appointed Putin acting president until official elections were held. And in March 2000, Putin was elected to his first term with 53% of the vote. Promising both political and economic reforms, Putin set about restructuring the government and launching criminal investigations into the business dealings of high-profile Russian citizens. He also continued Russia's military campaign in Chechnya. In September 2001, in response to the terrorist attacks on the United States, Putin announced Russia's support for the U.S. in its anti-terror campaign. However, when the US's war on terror shifted focus to the ousting of Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein. On March 4, 2012, Vladimir Putin was re-elected to his third term as president. After widespread protests and allegations of electoral fraud, he was inaugurated on May 7, 2012, and shortly after taking office appointed Medvedev as prime minister. Once more at the helm, Putin has continued to make controversial changes to Russia's domestic affairs and foreign policy. As a president, Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin is very worthy of thumbs up. All his struggles and courage, such as getting protests from the state because he wanted annexation, but he still went through it, must be an example in his personal life. No wonder Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin is widely known as a world hero, because his struggle to become a president or leader is very firm. Moreover, he is a former member of the KGB, the Russian intelligence agency. Indeed, becoming a leader who is loved by the people is not as easy as turning the palm of your hand, because all of that requires hard work from each individual. Hopefully you are also one of those people who feel motivated by a brave and struggling nature. Thank you. Look forward to other interesting stories. Stay tuned to Story Avenue.